Hello, my name is Michael Green, and with me I have Jonny Mudd, who is a singer, songwriter, performer. So, Jonny, where did it all begin? What got you into the music?
Well, to be fair, getting into music it's just in the family. So
Okay.
listening to music in the car with the mum, with my mum and dad, my sisters, a little bit kind of cliche film, like singing along to ABBA, Elton John, Wombles. That's kind of where it
Eclectic.
started. Yeah, that's where it started. Yeah.
What was how old were you when you first started like performing?
I didn't start performing because I was really scared. I was really nervous. I didn't really perform until I was about 14. Yeah, until I was about 14.
Okay, what was it that you say you were scared and nervous? What was it that made you get over that step to actually?
My sister forced me to do a musical.
Oh, okay.
She was like, "Well, you can sing," and so she forced me to audition, forced me to do it, and then I kind of, yeah. Then I got over it, and then
Was that over time? Like the more you did like performed on stage, the more you were confident.
I think once I realised I could do it, it just opened the door and just let me into how much I enjoyed it and how much other people appreciated what I was doing, and that really made me feel good about myself.
Oh, amazing. How old were you when, let's say, you started performing at 14? When was it like sort of that's your songwriting sort of like developed?
Uh, First time I even really thought about writing a song was just when I started playing the guitar, and I was about 17, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I was 17 when I kind of really got into writing things. I just realised that I could. I sort of just had a, it was only about a song a year, but I really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the process. Yeah.
Well, and when you say process, what is your sort of like, what would be your process for like writing? Like, where would you start?
Generally, I'll have an idea or sort of maybe an emotion to convey, as like a moment that I want to try and capture. So then I'll try and find the right chords and the right time signature. So that's sort of the feel of the song, and then I'll end up sort of humming a melody, and then from that a verse or a chorus will come out, and then I'll write words to that, and then I'll match the beat and the rhyming patterns, to write more verses to expand the idea and tell the story.
And would you say that's your general sort of like process of like most of the time?
I would say 60 to 80% of the songs I write in that way.
Oh, nice. And writing in that way, is that from a specific sort of influence? Like, is there any, like, what music do you sort of find that influences what you write?
I'd say I didn't realise I was doing it that way, but I watched an interview with Jason Mraz, and singer-songwriters in general, and sort of people whose voices I admire, tend to be singer-songwriters rather than just sort of singers in a band or anything like that. So from that, I saw an interview. He was saying how, just it just comes, and I sort of thought, oh, hang on a minute, maybe that's how I do it. And I thought back, and the couple of songs that I was really happy with had come from humming a melody along to some chords, and we're like, oh, yeah, that, and then you end up shaping, sort of scatting, and then words come out. So it's quite an organic way of doing it, but it's fun.
Yeah, brilliant. How important do you think it is listening to like old music, new music? Just basically just like having your ears like peeled to what's happening.
I think it's incredibly important to go back in time and because there are some real forgotten treasures, and like a sort of getting on this vinyl hype. It means that I'm listening to more. I'm listening to the songs that never made it to be singles and appreciating them more for entire pieces that were a lot of the time you have concept albums, which I don't think happens as much nowadays. People don't try and tell an entire story.
Would you say that because of maybe it's the way music is like put out now, because it seems to be like sort of Spotify and iTunes, it's a lot more down to the individual single, so like people's attention spans don't necessarily have the length of time to listen to a full concept album. just listening to like singles just being coming out all the time.
Absolutely, yeah. I think everyone wants everything immediately, and they don't have enough patience to see if something grows. People want to hear a hook in the first 20 seconds, otherwise they're going to skip it.
Yeah.
it's like what? So that puts a lot of pressure on you to write a song that someone's going to find catchy, and they're going to want to go back for a second, third, fourth, maybe put it on repeat. It's a lot of pressure. Whereas I think I've reached the stage now, with the help of like Ferg and Robbie and yourself when we did the songwriting challenge,
Yeah.
of finding new ways to write songs when I'm under a time constraint, which I've never given myself before. I found that really freeing. Yeah, it made me write more different styles of music than I would have thought to before.
Oh, brilliant. You mentioned you did a songwriting challenge. Is that something that you feel you would want to do again to be more like sort of productive with the songwriting, or?
Absolutely, yeah. I've had it in my mind that once I get a couple of weeks that look quite free, I want to get back on that and do maybe 7 to 10 days rather than a full 14-day challenge again. But I can't believe how well it went. So I want to see if it was a fluke or if I can produce that kind of material again.
Brilliant. What advice would you give to like anyone who's just starting out, like say, performing, writing songs? What tips would you give to them?
Kind of getting involved with a thesaurus and looking at homonyms, synonyms, like, because you expanding your vocabulary, you're going to find more rhyming or more individual ways of writing things. So something that won't necessarily sound exactly the same as something you've heard before. Yeah, I think trying to put your stamp on it. Yeah, that would be my tip. Words are pretty key.
Yeah.
As much as the melody, words are key.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much. Enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Okay,
pleasure.
very much. Thank you for watching.